Hey, Stickies! Aloha, Stickies.
Hi, it's been a while. Welcome back to another Stick with Kaji Podcast. I'm Luann.
And I'm Sean.
You can follow me on Instagram here at Luann Kaji. And my husband, Sean.
I don't have anything to promote, but you can also subscribe on Luann's Instagram account for me too. I might, some of the picture, I'm in it too, so you can check it out.
He's in lots of our pictures. So if you enjoy Sean to see what he does outside the podcast, you should join my Instagram.
If anyone care.
But for now, let's jump in today's topic, our Thanksgiving break, fun moments and disaster moments.
Just so you know, we went back to Texas for 5 days during the Thanksgiving break and seeing the family again in Texas and meeting her sisters. And happy surprise, you tell them.
Okay, I think I mentioned it last episode, but my sister had a baby, and his name is Kobe.
Ooh, Kobe.
After the famous Kobe Bryant. So right now, Kobe is 2 months old. So we wanted to take the kids back to visit family and also to see their first cousin for the first time ever. We had such a great time. They were so attached to Kobe. We had a really fun family moment. I haven't seen my grandma, my aunts, my dad in a while, so it was really nice to see them in person.
Yeah, so my parents came also joining us too, day before the Thanksgiving, and during the Thanksgiving break, everybody gathered in our house and see each other, and we were able to take care of actually Kobe for 2 days. So after the Thanksgiving, Lauren's sister left Kobe with us for 2 days for us to take care of Kobe. And it was really fun, right? We forgot what it was like to take care of baby. And last time we took care of baby was with Emma and Kay, and it was like 5 years ago. So
right.
I forgot how hard it is to take care of baby. The props to all the moms and dads right out over there taking care of babies right now, because I thought it was easy job, right? Because I was like, okay, we took care of twins. Like, that's like another level of taking care of baby. Like, it's two babies and you have to feed them at the same time, change diapers. And I thought taking care of one baby is piece of cake. So I was like, okay, I got it. Just leave him with us for 2 days, and we got this. It's it's easy for us because we've done it with M and Kate and Ryan, but it was not. I guess I forgot how difficult it is to take care of baby.
I think it's like part of our, just our human instinct, right? You just forget all the bad things, and only remember the good things so human can repopulate. Because if people start remembering just the bad things, then it's going to be a lot harder, right, for our population to just have more and more babies.
Yeah, you have to be incentivized to make more babies, and you don't want to be... So you want to erase that memory, all the hardship, but only remember all the good stuff about the other kids and babies. So that's what happened to us too. We forgot all the hard part, and that kind of came back to us after taking care of Kobe. And he's a very, very cute baby, and he's really well behaved too. Considering he's only like 3 months old.
2 months, yeah.
Oh, 2 months old, and he's quiet most of the time. But the only problem we encountered was he didn't poop for 2 days. He was so constipated, and I feel bad because he looked so sad the whole day we were staying with us. Yeah. And I tried to massage his tummy and move his legs. Nothing.
No, and I could not sleep. So the first day, Sean took care of Kobe. Then the second day was my turn. I didn't sleep at all, like not even a single 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Because he would just, just every 20, 30 minutes he would make noise. So I just cannot sleep. So by the time that it was morning, I felt like a zombie. Oh. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad my sister's coming today. As much as I love Kobe, I'm like, she's coming, in a few hours. So I can just give her back her baby so I can finally take a little nap. But yeah, that's what we did. We visit family, had a really nice Thanksgiving dinner with them. We had to just pre-order the cooked already version because we just did not have time to pre-make anything.
Yeah, there's some problem with that. So it's pre-cooked turkey, but then we still put it in the freezer, right, until the when we started preparing for the Thanksgiving. The problem is when you cook turkey, normally it takes 4 to 5 days to defrost it, even if it's uncooked or cooked. And we thought about taking out from the freezer the day before.
So we had actually taken Emma and Kate and Ryan to go visit my sister the day before Thanksgiving. And so Emma and Kate can visit their friends and have like a little tea party lunch. Then the mom was asking, oh, did you take out your turkey yet? And we're like, no. And then the mom was like, what? You didn't take out your turkey? And there was a lady who was sitting on a different table. We didn't know her, but she overheard that we did not take out the turkey yet, like the day before Thanksgiving. And she was like,
yeah, she was panicking even more than us.
She was panicking for us, so thank you.
But I'm sure that's a very common mistake for those people who's not really experienced cooking turkey. Because, what kind of food takes 4 days to defrost? Like, it usually takes like a day. So, we were shocked, and just right away we went back home. And there was a way to defrost it without spending 4 to 5 days. So we can just run the water, let it run for 6 hours, dip it in the water, then it could defrost quicker. So we were able to do that. And on the Thanksgiving day when we cooked it, it tasted perfect, right?
Yeah, it was really, really good. But disclaimer, it was so salty. So it was good to the first few bites. I was like, oh, this is really good. We should get it again for Christmas. After the initial few bites, I was like, Sean, I feel sick. It's too salty.
So they already pre-seasoned and pre-cooked. So I guess for the preservation, I think they put a lot more salt, and it was way too salty. It tastes good at the first bite, but then you start feeling sick and thirsty after taking a few more. So it felt like eating ham. It just tastes exactly like ham because it's so salty. But besides that, everything else tastes fine. All the side dishes was great. And we were able to relax a little bit with the family too.
Yeah, and then on Thanksgiving Day, it was the big Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. It was so much fun watching the new balloon, like Ada Twist, Baby Yoda.
The Baby Yoda.
So cute. But of course, my favorite,
is
Red bias.
It's Red Titan, right?
Yes.
And it stands out so much because his color scheme is red, yellow, and white. It really stands out when there's a sky in the background, right? I thought it was the best looking character among all the characters in the parade. I'm not being biased.
Yeah, we were so sad we didn't get to go this year. We were planning to go, but then, we just wasn't unsure because of everything that's going on. So we thought it's more safe to just not go to New York City.
And we expected there are going to be a lot more people than the typical years because people couldn't go last year. It was no audience event last year. So this year we thought it would be a massive amount of people. And I heard that was one of the most participated event of the history of the Macy's parade. So yeah, I can see a lot of people were waiting for this parade for over a year.
Right. So Sean gave our tickets to his friend. So I'm glad somebody enjoyed it,
Yeah, and he's from Japan, so he never really knew about this parade before, and just finding out and then going into the parade and seeing in person for the first time, he was really mesmerized. How he was surprised how many people were excited to see the parade.
And but Pocket Watch team went. They went and they were holding even the balloon float, so that was really cool.
Yeah, it's called Balloon Guide. Oh. So they're guiding the balloon for the during the marching. Yeah, there are 20, 30 people holding the rope that's attached to the balloon, making sure they can guide the balloon to the right direction.
Yeah, here's a clip that they sent us.
And they're all dressing up as a Red Titan. I love their costume.
Yeah, so next year we definitely have to go.
But if we do go, then you have to stay on the parade for the rest of the from the beginning all the way to the end.
Right.
Are you willing to do that?
Yeah. For
Okay.
Red Titan, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
With or without you, I think I want to go.
No, I want to do it too. So if you guys didn't want to do it, I was okay just doing it by myself. The only thing is a kid cannot do that.
Oh, that's
so Ryan
true.
is too young, so we have to kind of think about what to do. But yeah.
I mean, I did see some kids in the audience, but yeah, it is really long. It's from 9 to 12, right? But then you have to go there before the 9. 9 is when it starts.
Right.
So it's really long. So if Emma and Kate and Ryan, I don't know if they can stay that long. That is pretty long to just stand there. So,
I just cannot
yeah.
imagine Ryan in the same spot for. He's so active, so he cannot sit and doing
Right.
the same thing for longer than 1 hour. So we'll see. He doesn't last the sports games. He always want to leave in the middle. So we'll see.
Yeah.
If you guys watching it from the audience, then you guys can just go home whenever he feels like.
Right. Yeah. True.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We have 1 more year to plan ahead.
Okay. Next year. Okay. That's what we plan to do. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Live.
So they always make this the snow globe to represent the parade of the each year, and this one is 95th parade, and so it's this year is a parade snow globe, and look who is inside the globe. It's Red Titan. Yeah. And it's not always a new character joining the snow globe. It's always the they select which one would look great on the snow globe. So
Right.
I'm glad they chose Red Titan for it.
Yay.
It
Here.
shows that we were right about the design of the character.
Here, I'm gonna play it for you guys. Yeah, so here I have the snow globe, and you see it's going around, all the characters going around, and there it is, Red Titan. And all the other character looks really cool too. Woohoo! So another thing that happened during the break is Ryan's World.
Oh, Ryan's Fan Fest.
Yeah, Ryan's
I
World
forgot.
Fan Fest. That was so much fun. If you guys joined us, thank you so much. Let us know which part was your favorite, okay? If you like my multiverse version, because
That was definitely, there are multiple versions of it too. Like there was a multiverse Loan, looks like an alien, and then there's like a scientist Loan also there too. So there are 2 multiverse Loans. And it took a place on Saturday of the same week as the Thanksgiving. And there were a lot of people, thousands of people joined during the event. And it seems like everybody was enjoying watching the show. And we were able to watch it on live too, so we were kind of happy to see how everything was put together.
yeah, thank you so much, everybody, because, without you guys, right, we wouldn't be able to do the Fan Fest in the first place. So we really appreciate you guys sticking with us through the years. And even if you just stick with us today, we so appreciate that.
Yeah, and that event was such a big initiative because we partnered with Target, WWE, and Chuck E. Cheese, and Rosanna Pansino was there too.
Gem Sisters.
And Marlon. Yeah, there are a lot of creators also participate with us too. So it was a really fun event, and hopefully we can do it again next year maybe in person.
Yes, right.
Right. We'll see what the world's gonna be next year, but I'm assuming it's gonna be normal. I said that last year too, so we'll see.
Yeah, speaking of what the world will be like, if you guys heard, I'm assuming by now, about the new variant.
What was it? Septicon. The name is so hard to remember. Voltron. What was it?
Okay, so at first I had a really hard time figuring out what it's called, right? So for me, when I read it, I thought it was called Omicron, but then Sean showed me a video of all these news reporter and different people trying to pronounce it. So now I'm like totally confused. Okay,
But we're not the only people.
So we should watch it together so you can see what we're talking about if you haven't seen it yet.
All right, this is the clip. Let's play it.
In with the developments on the new Omicron coronavirus
That's how we
variant.
say it.
The name
normally.
is Omicron.
Omicron.
This new Omicron variant.
This is like even longer than the actual
rapidly
name.
spreading Omicron variant.
The
Oh
Omicron
my
variant.
Then there's Omicron.
Is it Omicron?
Omicron or something? Yeah.
I might be messing up the pronunciation of this. Is it Omicron? Omicron? How do we say it?
It's called the Omicron.
Confused too.
Omicron. Even President Biden
You
said
heard it
differently.
from Biden first. Wait, what did he say it is?
Omicron.
I'm assuming it's the correct one?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's Omicron. He said.
What did he say?
Omicron.
Hold on.
It's called the Omicron.
Omicron.
Omicron. See, now I'm so confused, guys.
So I was going to Japan next week for the business trip, and then I have to go through a lot of application to go to Japan because if it's a business purpose, government allow you to do just only 3 days quarantine, but then you have to submit papers of your schedule, detailed schedule of your staying in Japan, like where you're going, what time, who you're meeting with, at which company. So I wrote every single my schedule and submitted to the government, and they gave me the approval for just only 3 days quarantine. Usually it's a 10 days quarantine, but they approved me for 3 days only. And I was so happy. I was like, yay, it's going to be a lot shorter than I could actually go to Japan. And then in 2 hours after that, the government just announced, okay, we're shutting down the country. We're not allowing anybody from the outside of Japan to enter Japan anymore. So, but it's okay. I'm sure there's a time that we can go back next year. But there are so many new projects I want to do in Japan, so it kind of sucks. But oh well.
Yeah, I mean, safety first, so I get it.
It's all kind of discovered in South Africa first, right? But then quickly now it's spread all around, in Europe and it's discovered in Japan too now, recently. So it's spreading all around the world.
Yeah, because we're really excited. Sean had been working really hard on this project that, we wanted to share with you guys, but now because he can't go, we will save that for another time when we can share it with you guys. So yeah, the next topic is, we came from Texas, right? I never knew, but because I grew up pretty much in Texas, eating barbecue, Tex-Mex, right? So I didn't know that there was anything special about it.
Yeah, I thought that the Tex-Mex that we get there is just normal. But then once we moved to Hawaii, it's so different. We loved the Texas, the real true Texas Tex-Mex. It's a little bit different in Hawaii. It's great, but it's not as authentic.
Right. Even the barbecue, in the summertime, we had spent a little time in LA. And I went to one barbecue restaurant that has rave reviews, right? Like all 5 stars reviews. Everybody was saying this is the best barbecue ever. And so I ordered it to go, and it was not the same. I'm so sorry.
It was so dry.
I was like, how are you guys calling this barbecue?
And I used to work at a barbecue restaurant, so I know if it's a good barbecue, you don't even need the barbecue sauce. Usually you have to put the barbecue sauce if the meat is not great. Usually the seasoning when they smoke it, it just should be enough to taste the flavor of the meat. So all those barbecue here, I feel like I had to put a lot of barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's the moisture is not there.
It's all because we're kind of spoiled by the restaurants in Texas. Our favorite barbecue restaurant in Texas is called Rudy's. I don't know if it's only Texas or other states too.
I think there's some surrounding states that have it too.
Oh, so it's more like mostly southern states.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a chain or a franchise.
I think it's a franchise. So I used to work at the Rudy's. Rudy's. It's confusing. They need to just come up with a different name so they don't really conflict with each other. Rudy's, so the barbecue place called Rudy's, I used to work there when I was a student. And, I was able to test sample a lot of meat back when I was working there, and everything was like employee discount. So I was pretty much eating barbecue almost every day back then when I was working there. So I'm pretty picky about barbecue.
Yeah, we'll save a whole episode on our previous job before
part-time job when we were students.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fun episode to talk about. So many great and funny memories. But yeah, so when we went back, I was like, okay, Sean, we have to get barbecue, and then we have to get Tex-Mex because I just crave it. I never knew that I craved Tex-Mex and barbecue until we moved here.
And each, areas, right? Each city have a different, like a signature food, a different type of food that they're great at. In Hawaii, they're, obviously great at the Hawaiian food, and also Japanese food and other Asian food too. They all have a very authentic food here. Not so much in barbecue and Tex-Mex. Right. So when we went back to Texas, that's the first thing we got. So we went back home, and then the first day we got Tex-Mex from Chewy's.
Right. Yes. And their dessert is spectacular.
It's funny. We mainly order their food because of their dessert. Tres leches. Yummy. Oh my gosh.
And flan. Their flan is really good. But yeah, so one more thing that I thought is really unique to Texas that I didn't know was unique is kolaches.
Oh yeah.
So
do any of you guys know kolaches? Maybe only some of our followers or stickies would know what kolaches is. Why don't you explain?
Yeah. So it's just like bread, and there is like a hot dog inside. I mean, it just sounds simple, right? It's just a hot dog inside. It could have like cheese in there.
Yeah, and then or not just the hot dog, but they have some like barbecue inside or like a
pizza. So there's this place called the Kolache Factories, and there's so many variety of different kolaches. So basically, I didn't know that it's just like, I don't know if it's like a Southern thing or a Texan thing, but I grew up eating kolaches a lot. And, you know, our kids love kolaches too. So I remember being in LA one time. So people were asking, hey, what do you guys want for breakfast? We can pick you up some breakfast food. And so I said, oh, kolaches. And everybody looked at us like, what? What is kolaches?
Do they call it like a pig in a blanket?
Yeah, after I describe it to them, they're like, oh, is it pig in the blanket? And I was like, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny. Like, I think it's such a simple concept, but I'm surprised it's not a national thing.
It's always kind of part of the dish in the each store. Like they have the pig in a blanket or they have kolaches, but then that's just kind of one of the many other things they offer. Like usually kolaches offer at the donut shop.
Right.
But yeah, I don't see it especially in Hawaii. I don't see it.
Yeah, somebody should start a kolache shop here. Okay, I mean, I would order it. Don't start it just for me, but I'm pretty sure other people would like it.
Yeah. And it's I wonder what the original word is. The kolaches. I wonder which language.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you guys know, let us know.
Yeah, I know. Why only Texas? You know.
Yeah. My friend said that they're starting to have it in other states, like next door state, Louisiana, starting to have it. But she said, you know, she's from Florida, so she was surprised too when she went back to Florida. They don't have kolaches still. Like, why not, guys? Get with it. I'm just kidding.
Just giving you a hint.
Yeah. Okay, so that was all the fun stuff that happens over Thanksgiving. Okay, so another thing that happened that's not so fun was that, so we had went out to get some food. So we still have the house in Texas currently because for the time being, we're traveling a lot back and forth. So it's nice to just have a house there. And plus, we did talk to a realtor. She was saying it's not a good time to sell because they opened up like a giant lot behind our backyard. So it's like a whole bunch of just empty land. And it's just like, you know, why would people want to buy our house when they can just open up and customize their own brand new house by themselves? So that's why we still have the house there. Anyway, so when we came back after getting some food, we have a gardener there, a landscape guy there, and he was like, he was telling us that he accidentally put like a little crack in
so
our
he was edging
window.
he was just cutting the grass, and then he accidentally hit the rock, and that hit our door window and shattered it. So we didn't even notice it. But good thing that they mentioned to us, because otherwise we wouldn't have noticed it. It was a huge crack, but it wasn't really open, so we just didn't notice until they mentioned it. But
yeah. And it was kind of suck at the bad timing too, because that day was when all our family was going to our house for a gathering.
So we had to make sure, like, put the sign up and then just tell them, hey, please don't come through the entrance door. Come through the garage and just call me ahead of time so we can open the garage for you. So it was a little bit difficult. It's the worst timing to happen. But yeah, we talked to the window guy and hopefully we can get it fixed soon, because when it's cold and then a cracked window, then it's going to be a little bit colder inside the house too. So hopefully we can fix it before we go back to Texas.
Right. So, and then that's not all too. There was a mini fire in our office.
Yeah, good thing I noticed. So we were filming in our studio, Houston studio, and it was just Loanne, MIK, and myself filming in one of the studio room. The next room was also a studio room, and then we turned the light on in both rooms because we needed some stuff from other rooms too. So we were kind of going in and out. So both rooms were the ceiling lights were on, and as we started filming in this one room, and after an hour or so, I had to change my costume. So I got out from that room and went back to the other studio room, and I noticed there was a fire from the ceiling, and also some other stuff on the floor was on fire too, and it was quickly spreading around the room.
Yeah.
I was freaking out. It just Emma and Kate were there, so I was like, oh my gosh, okay, Loanne, Emma and Kate, they need to get out right away. And I already started seeing a lot of smoke spreading around the office, so I got them out right away. But we can watch the security camera footage. We were able to actually download the security camera footage capturing that moment.
Right. All right, guys. So here we are in the studio. We're actually in the studio next door. So we're not in this studio.
So at this time right now we're filming, and the one point I step out from the room and then started looking for the next costume to wear.
Yeah, and then you guys notice here, like sparks.
So it starts out with a ceiling light. I guess there was old light bulbs. It was there, and then it kind of made the sparks, and then it caught the fire.
Yeah, you guys see it? Like, look how much is raining down. That's so crazy. Yeah, so
And the ceiling light, the light bulb, it had a cover, like a little nylon cover around it. So that's like what's catching the fire right now, and it's all coming down. Ooh.
Yeah.
And now the carpet's on fire.
Right. And there's that sleigh there, right? We were saying, gosh, if that sleigh was just like a few inches.
And it's made out of cardboard.
Yeah,
too.
it would have been on fire too if it's just a few more inches towards that direction.
So it may look like it's okay right now, but you know it's gonna be a long while until I notice it. And you notice there's a fire on the studio light.
Look at that.
On the stand, and that's actually gonna catch a bigger fire. And check it out.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I didn't know it just easily catch on fire.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So it's still raining, and we still haven't noticed. Look, it's getting more. Oh, that studio light. We're gonna have to replace that for sure. That
Well, you tested it out, and it wasn't working anymore afterwards.
Okay.
And it's not really like a cheap studio light. It's like a $4,000 studio light. So we lost that $4,000 studio light.
And the rug too has to be replaced. Look at that rug. Okay. All right. I'm gonna fast forward to the moment where Sean noticed.
Yeah, because I smelled something, right? I thought,
Yeah.
oh, it smells like burning. Maybe it's a heater. Maybe we haven't been using the heater for a long time.
Right. Oh, it's getting bigger. Look at that.
So this is around the time when I was like out and noticing this. Oh yeah, there you go. I'm coming in, and I was oh no! I gotta turn off the light, because I turned off the light first because it was causing the fire.
Right.
And it's not gonna stop the fire, but it stops from spreading more and more on the ceiling.
You were running around trying to see
Look
what
for
you
this-
could use, right?
Yeah, I was trying to look for this fire extinguisher, and it's not in that room. It's on some different room. I went to the bathroom for some reason. I don't know why. And yeah, there you go. I went into the bathroom. I don't know why. I thought maybe I could get some water. Try to splash out
Oh, look how the fire is just pouring
it.
down.
Yeah, the studio light is kind of falling apart now at this point, and just kind of going down on the carpet. And so I come back and I freak out more because now it's like spreading more and bigger fire than earlier.
Yeah.
So I'm telling Luann and MK, like, hey, get out from the building. It's on fire. So I was getting them evacuated from the building. And it's gonna come. I'm gonna come back very soon.
There you are.
And with the fire extinguisher, I finally found it. So I was like, oh no, I didn't even see it. So I guess I just moved the studio light off from the carpet. And for the carpet, I thought I could put up the fire.
Oh.
And the stuff coming down. And I wanted to make sure the studio light was unplugged.
Yeah.
And it was unplugged, but I just wanted to double check.
Oh. No.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, a
Looks
lot of
like
stuff started falling down.
Looks
now.
like a meteor shower.
Yeah. Oh, you missed the big one. Just came
yeah,
down.
I saw.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
So I just go, oh, what am I gonna do this?
Yeah. At this point, I had Emma and Kate like outside the front door.
Yeah. So there's actually 2 fire extinguishers in this building, and you know, I was panicking, so I forgot where it was, but I finally found it, and then started spraying around the. First, I put up the ceiling, like the fires on the ceiling, and then that took a while.
Oh. And it fogs up the whole room, so that's what happened.
And sucks because I couldn't open the window because I was afraid any like new oxygen, you know, if fresh oxygen comes in, then the fire gets bigger. So I kept everything shut and then just sprayed everything.
Yeah. Oh, but good thing you were safe. Thank you. Oh, that was scary. But yeah, oh, there's still a little fire there. You see it?
Yeah, the hardest part to put out the fire was the fire on the studio light. I don't know what material it was, but it kept just burning, coming back in. That's why I had to use 2 fire extinguisher.
Right.
So it's still burning. Oh.
That's crazy.
But at the end, I was able to put it up, and I didn't have to call the fire truck or anything. So
Yeah. Well, just good thing that, we're all safe, that you notice before it's too late, before it starts spreading even further,
Right.
So, yeah, I think that's the end of the footage because you can't see anything else after that. So.
And that was my first time in my life using a fire extinguisher.
Oh, look at you.
And I was like, always have to remember, like, what did I teach in high school how to use it? Oh yeah, unplug the pin and point at it. So
Right.
I'm glad I still remember it.
Right, yeah. And then after that, I had to take Emma and Kate home, and my mom was watching them, and I came back. And then here's some aftermath pictures of what happened. Here's what happened to the light, and here's what happened to the ceiling light. It kind of got burnt, and the rug too. So yeah, that was our fun Thanksgiving.
Lots of stuff happened during the break.
Yeah, that's our 5 days.
I think that kind of is a message. We have to be thankful for our normal, daily life, right?
Yes.
Ugh. But yeah, now that we have to be extra careful with the lights and old light bulbs. So I'm glad nobody was hurt.
Right, that's the most important thing. So, but yeah, and then now here we are back in Hawaii.
Oh, finally, it took us like 8 hours of a flight to get
Right.
back here. And it's funny because so when we went back to Texas, like one thing we right away we thought about was how cold it is.
Yes.
We're so used to Hawaii weather, that how it's like all like warm and stable climate. It's like the same temperature throughout almost a year. So when we went back to Texas during the winter time, it's so cold. I say cold, but it's like the 60s.
Yeah, everybody in Texas was like, "Oh, it's good weather." We're over here like, "It's chilly." Yeah. Yeah. So we were like, "Have we adapted to Hawaii that quick?"
Yeah. And then when we came back to Hawaii from Houston, now I feel like everything was just too hot. Now I just stay to Texas, and now I have to adjust it back to Hawaii. So
Yeah.
when we came inside the house in Hawaii, I thought maybe AC was broken because it's so hot, but indeed it was on, and it was the right temperature too. So we were just kind of we had to adjust back again on the Hawaii temperature.
Right.
It's crazy. Like if you think about Texas, you always think of Texas as like a really hot. It's the most south state, so you would think it's a very hot weather. But during the winter, it gets really cold.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, in last year we had a winter storm. So
Yes.
oh no, it was this year.
It was this year. Next episode actually would be Christmas. I thought it'd be fun to just go over some of the highlights and events that happened throughout the year, and we'll definitely talk about our winter storm experience.
I can't believe that happened this year. I feel like it was a long time ago.
Right. That happened in February.
Ugh.
Time goes by so fast. I can't believe it's the end of the year, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of Texas people forgot about it because there's so many things happen afterwards. But
Oh my, yes. Astro World happened
oh
afterwards.
yeah, it's a difficult year for people in Texas, right?
And everywhere around the world.
Yeah.
But I feel like Texas have, been on the news a lot this year. Let's put it that way.
Good and bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our episode of our Thanksgiving. Sorry it's a little late because, we really couldn't record when we were there. So here we are. And then next week, it's Christmas. Woohoo! You guys have any
Yay.
plans for Christmas?
We are actually going back to Houston again.
Yeah.
So we're gonna spend the Christmas with the family in Texas. So we'll fly back again, and there's some other travel plan we have during the holiday. So
Yeah.
toward the end of the year.
But we'll see if it's still happening with Omicron.
Omicron.
Omicron?
Omicron.
Omicron.
Omicron?
happening.
Omicron?
So, see, it's so confusing now. I thought I had it, and then now it's like, what is it called again?
Omicron.
Omicron. Sounds like something from outer space, right?
Septicon, and this sounds like the Transformers enemy.
Right. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a great holiday. Now for the next segment, the sticky word of the day. Where's my stick?
I almost forgot.
The sticky word of the day. What is it? What is it?
I don't know. We always just not plan about this one. Ugh.
I was gonna say thankful, but I feel like we have said the word thankful already.
Yeah, I think that was a long time ago, probably first couple episodes.
How about, since we had a fire?
Yeah, the fire. It's funny. You're gonna laugh.
Okay, so the sticky word of the day is Fire.
Can I start first?
Okay.
Fire in Japanese is Kaji.
No.
That's why I wanted to go first because I thought you.
What?
It's same pronunciation as our family name.
Wait, what about the way it's right? The character.
The character is different, but because we have same pronunciation but so many different words with the same pronunciation but different characters. So.
Okay, I did not know that.
It doesn't mean that our last name means fire. Okay.
Just the pronunciation is the same.
Same,
Just
yeah.
like in English, there's words that sound the same.
Yeah, like synonyms, not synonyms. Sorry, what was it? The antonyms or?
No, it was the opposite.
Synonym, antonym, and there's what was the third one? Homonym. Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah, so like homonym. So the word red and red sounds the same. Like I read a book or the color red.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of similar pronunciation.
Yeah. So English has that too.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oof. So yeah. Maybe that's why it happened to us. I don't know. But yeah, just Kaji is a fire.
In Vietnamese, the word for fire is lửa.
Lửa.
Yeah. I always have to go. Remember in Vietnamese, you always have to go up and down.
Sounds
Lửa.
similar to milk. What's milk?
Sữa.
So I pick up some of the Vietnamese word
Yeah. Okay.
when we were taking care of Ryan.
Okay, so lửa is fire. Sữa is milk. Can you hear the difference?
Yeah, L starting with L is lửa, and then starting with S is the sữa. Sữa is milk. Lửa means
Lửa is fire.
Fire.
Lửa. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Kaji is how you say fire.
Yeah. Oof. But different character, guys. Just remember.
Not the same. Got it. All right, so thank you so much for joining our Stick with Kaji episode 11. Hope you guys have a happy holiday. See you on Christmas. Maybe you guys won't watch our episode during Christmas, but watch it Sunday or Monday. You guys have the whole week to watch it. So yeah, watch us next episode where we talk about just the fun things in the holidays and our winter storm. Okay?
Ugh. All right. Bye.
Have a fantastic day and holiday, and hopefully you guys have some moments where you guys get to spend quality time with your friends and family, and thank you for joining us and having quality time with us. Bye.
Bye.